So Les says you're going to have to start paying him to be on camera.
Sure.
What do you say to that? And you got a lot of loyal fans, Les, that tune in every day to
Just
just
send me
watch
car
you.
parts. That's all I want is car parts. I don't want money. I just want car parts and freedom.
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 So it's day 14 today. Yesterday was lucky number 13. And we brought the 73 body tub home. So what's the plan for that today?
Start taking stuff apart.
Think we'll be able to get the body off today? How hard do you feel like working today? You had one of those cookies last night, didn't you?
You're not video on that, are you?
One of those magic cookies.
No.
They're legal, Les. You don't have to deny it.
I don't want a cookie.
You didn't bring me any cookies. How come you didn't bring me any cookies?
Give me a steak.
Tonight we're going to have baked potato soup, Les.
Oh, good.
And bake some potatoes. You can make some soup. That'll be our dinner tonight. Okay, just coming up to about 10 a.m. and we're just about to start on the 73. So like we did on the 76, we're going to get this thing up on jack stands to start with. It's a little bit easier to work on the car when it's elevated a little bit. So there's not a ton of stuff to take off of this car. As I showed you yesterday or last night, the dash is pretty well demoed, so it won't take much to get this off the car. It does still have the brake master and the clutch master in there. It has the heater box, so those will take a couple of minutes to get out. But other than that, I believe the passenger side seat is already unbolted. This one is not unbolted, driver's side, so a couple bolts to get that out. I'm not sure if there's even, I don't even know if there's seat tracks. It doesn't even look like there's, well, there might be seat tracks on it, but anyway, so we'll get to work and we'll get this thing looking a little bit better. Okay, we've got the bonnet off and just wanted to show you the engine bay, and obviously it's the worst part of this car. It's fairly rusted. It's just surface rust. Actually, the battery box is even in good shape under that surface rust, so Les is going to have to get this area media blasted or wire brushed or whatever. He's going to decide what he wants to do with it, but it's by far the worst part of the car visually, but all in all it's not that bad. Don't see any holes, so anyway, that's a good thing.
We haven't looked underneath it yet.
We haven't looked underneath, and we're going to do that shortly. Once we get it up on stands, we'll have a quick look. I'm going to do a little bit of video here on the clutch master cylinder. So just wanted to have a quick discussion on the clutch master cylinder on the left-hand drive cars. So Neil Dickens had reached out to me. Neil's got a channel, a YouTube channel called Dan Electro 68, and in that channel a lot of his content, Neil was restoring a 1968 TR6. And Neil is really the one that got me involved in taking videos for YouTube, so you can thank Neil for that. Anyway, Neil had offered a bracket that he had some left over. I guess his father had made some brackets for the clutch the clutch master cylinder for the TR5s. And on the right-hand drive cars, the UK cars, the clutch master is up, I believe, here in this area. It's not actually mounted directly to the bulkhead like it is on the left-hand drive cars. So Neil has a bunch of these brackets that his dad had made up. They're stainless steel, and I believe Neil has said that he's willing to send those out to anybody who might need them. Apparently, I guess they were used on TR5s, TR6s. I think he mentioned Spitfires as well on right-hand drive cars. So they won't work on a left-hand drive car, but they'll work on right-hand drive. So I think Neil is going to monitor the comments on my channel. I'll try to put a link to Neil's channel as well if I can figure out how to do that. And I think Neil has basically said that he's willing to give these away for free. I'll let you guys work out the details, but if you're looking for that bracket, then get in touch with Neil. All right, that's it for this little segment. Les is already working on getting the seats out. And the dash came out through the bottom of the car. All right, got the seats out, so Les is going to grab the vacuum and he's going to clean this up as best as possible
For a bit.
right now, and then we're going to re-vacuum it after we chip away at that old dash. So first inspection, the floor actually looks very good. I don't see any holes. They look like to be original floors. Obviously there's some surface rust, but I don't see anything gaping. So that's a good thing. So Les is going to get this cleaned up a little bit and we'll come back. All right, we got our masks on. Les is about to go to town, cleaning that up. And we'll get the vacuum cleaner out in a minute. And we'll come back and we'll have a better look after it's swept out. See you in a bit. Okay, Les has vacuumed this out and it looks pretty darn good. In my mind anyway. Again, lots of surface rust, but lots of original paint. I don't see any holes in the floor pan.
It's the trunk, Dave.
Yeah, the trunk is, we knew had a few questions. There's a few repairs here in the back corners. And again, that's going to be up to Les whether he wants to go ahead and chase that and repair that or just leave it as it is. Personally, I don't think it's a big deal. He's not going for a concours car, just wants a good driver. So, but that'll be up to Les whether he wants to fix that or not. So obviously, if he does want to fix it, it just makes the project longer. But again, that's going to have to be a decision that Les makes.
Best in the show, Dave.
Yeah, he wants best in show. He says. It's a little messy over here, but we're getting things done. So brake master cylinder is off. The center plinth is off. All of the clamp work underneath the dash holding the steering in is off. All of the ancillary parts from the dash are here. A couple of gauges, a couple of switches. That's the steering wheel nut there. So steering wheel is off. Steering column is out. Metal dash is out. A bunch of other parts that were kind of in the trunk and just barely attached to the car are out. So Les is working on the heater box. We're going to take the heater box out. And then we're going to work on getting the pedal box out, as well as the master cylinder, or sorry, the clutch master and the brake booster is going to come out. So we're just working on all that stuff now. So making good progress. We're not taking a lot of video because you've seen us do this all before, so it's really just a matter of doing some reworks. There are some things that are different on the 73 versus the 76. I actually think the steering column clamps are a little bit easier on the 73. Anyway, like I said, making progress, getting Les to do the dirty work as usual. You know, I come back here and Les is sleeping. Huh? Look at him.
So I need the 2 wrenches to take them nuts
No,
out.
you don't. You need 1 wrench on your chest. I put it there for you already. Yeah. What are you looking at? You're doing the wrong thing. You're doing the wrong thing. It's not what I pointed to.
The pedals.
Okay.
The
No.
plate
Not
for the pedals.
No. I told you brake master cylinder. There's 2 nuts there. I showed them to you. I pointed to them. I took the 2 bottoms off already.
Yeah.
Now you're doing the 2 top ones.
Right.
Alright, it's lunchtime, but I thought I'd give you a quick update. So we've got the brake booster off and the clutch master off. So that's looking pretty good there, pretty bare. I took the PWDA off, so that's disconnected. So we've got the wiper motor just sort of floating here. We're going to get up there after lunch and we'll disconnect those 2 plates from underneath and get to the wiper wheel boxes. And I think that's pretty much about it. And then we'll start, I think, going after the body mounting bolts and try to get this body up and off today, possibly, depending on how Les feels about that. We shall see. Anyway, we'll continue on. I'll keep working while he goes to pick up lunch, and maybe I'll take off a few other things like the overflow bracket and maybe the old washer bottle bracket. Doesn't need to come off to get the body off, but it's going to have to come off eventually to get this thing cleaned up. So might as well go ahead and do it. You can't do that yourself, Les?
Dave, pretty soon I'm gonna smack you in the nose.
Things are getting a little late in the day here. Les is getting a little shorter tempered, so I guess I'll have to give him a hand. What would you like me to do?
Oh, go away.
Here, would you like me to help you, Les?
Piss off. Tell you.
So no swearing.
I don't give a damn.
No, here, I'll hold this for you.
You know what?
There you go. Look, I'm helping, Les.
That's all right, buddy.
So all of the fasteners in the passenger compartment are undone. We're just working on the two up here in the engine bay. We got the one done at the nose. We got one done. Oh, actually, Les has done both of them at the nose. So the only other fasteners we have are the three at the rear to do, and then the body will be ready to come off. I think we'll have to make one more pass through, but we're getting there. All right, Les.
Yeah, we're getting there, David.
See, getting late in the day. All right, we're just coming up to about 5:30 p.m. and not a lot of videos today. Sorry, guys, but we're just kind of stuck into it, doing pretty much the same things that we'd done on the 76. So we really didn't video a lot of it. It wasn't a lot to take off anyway. We are stuck right now on the rear of the car. We've got those two fasteners. Well, basically, we've got the rear body mount fastener, which is giving us a problem. It is stuck solid, it's seized. And we also have the rear bumper bracket, which is here. We got this one off. That was an absolute pain. That was seized on there pretty well. Managed to get that one off, and we also got the, you know, that fender stay on the side. That one's off on this side. We still have the bumper bracket and the fender stay to go on the other side and the other rear mount. So we were resorting to trying to cut that rear body mount off through the shims, and we don't have a long enough blade for the reciprocating saw, so we're going to endeavor to get some more of those. I think I've got some at home, I just don't have some here. So it's a little difficult to get a reciprocating saw in there to just get the shims out without cutting the actual frame. So we'll work on that. So I think we're going to give up for today. We really kind of wanted to get at least the fasteners undone. Since those were the only remaining ones, we were just hoping to get those done and then just sort of get into lifting the body off tomorrow. But we're pretty close, but we're getting a little frustrated, and it's probably time to wrap it up. We're getting hungry. It's dinner time, so we'll get back out here bright and early probably tomorrow. It's supposed to rain pretty much all day tomorrow, so it'd probably be a good day to be in the garage anyway. Although we're going to need to push the, well, if we get the body off, we're going to need to push the chassis out a little bit and probably into the rain. We'll give it an opportunity to clean it off. Hard to say what condition the frame is in from just looking at it underneath. It does look like there might be a little bit of corrosion happening on the t-shirt section, which is kind of the critical part. And the frame rails maybe at the side look a little, maybe a little hole here and there, but doesn't look too bad from what I can see. And you can't really see too much from just working on the back of the car. So that's pretty much about it. Again, stay tuned for liftoff tomorrow, assuming that we can get those rear mounts off. And again, I think the Sawzall will help with that, unless we can actually physically wrench them off on this side, which I doubt will happen tomorrow. Anyway, that's it for tonight, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.